guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Lafayette. So, I was just legit chilling and then I legit thought about it that I forgot that this video popped up on my timeline. Legit, I had just completely forgot about it, but I wanted to bring a message about this because it does kind of point out a little tiny bit of how this generation kind of thinks about money and dating and definitely the economy and just how dating is just kind of a bit of a hot mess right now. But this particular young black lady's comment, I, I just kind of need people to make it make sense because when I first saw the video, I was like, okay, yeah, I guess. But then I thought about it, I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense, especially if you understand finances. Just let's just play the clip and then I'll come back with my commentary in a little tiny bit.
Yes,
How much do a man gotta make to be with you?
at least $1,000.
A year?
No.
A month?
Every day.
$1,000 every day?
Yeah.
He gotta make $1,000 every day to be with you.
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's bare minimum to me. I need things done. I need my lifestyle.
So how much you gotta make a day to be with him?
He shouldn't worry about that.
So what can you do for a man that making all that money a day?
Bring him peace and happiness.
$1,000 a day.
Yes. Yes. 1,000 is nothing per day.
But you make 1,000?
I make more than that. So
Okay.
that's bare minimum.
Yeah, okay.
Yikes. Well, that was a lot. Okay, so, um, that was a mouthful, and I have a lot of different points that legit, y'all, I had to write it down. I'm sorry if I say legit a lot, but I, sometimes I have to just write stuff down because I'd be legit flabbergasted. Flabbergasted with some of the rhetoric that just comes out of people's mouths. Okay, first of all, let's really think about this logically. I did the add math and subtract on what she was talking about on the salary that she's after. I did the add math and subtract. Now I'm no math whiz, so a calculator and me are gonna be best friends. If you do $1,000 a day, based that off of a 40-hour work week and 52 weeks in a year, that is about a $260,000 yearly annual salary. Now, I'm not trying to be shady or rude when I say this, but how many men genuinely does she know that clears that much money annually? Genuinely speaking, let's think about this logically, y'all. Here's my first point. I'm assuming that she's a very, very bright young lady because she was very, very confident in what she said. Very, very confident in what she said. She does know that the man that she's thinking, if he's making $260,000 a year, depending on what state he's in, he's not going to keep all that money. She does know that, right? I'm going to just assume yes, because we all know what taxes are. I mean, duh. Everybody knows what taxes are. But I mean, it's like, people know you don't keep all that money if you meet a certain threshold, right? And like I said, depending on your state, you could be paying a little bit of taxes in one state and you could be paying a crap ton. Now, depending on what state that he's in, I'm not gonna lie, like I said, I'm no math whiz, but I'm just gonna guesstimate. He probably is gonna be paying anywhere from at least 70 to maybe even 85, maybe even $95,000 in taxes. And don't forget, you get taxes taken out of your paycheck. And we're just assuming we're going off of a bi-weekly paycheck. Come on, y'all. Let's just make it make sense. Now, here's where I want to start by playing devil's advocate. This is attainable for some women. And I do believe, especially my black queens, I do believe that my black queens deserve to be treated like this. However, here's where my question comes in. Where is it when this becomes absurd? Or just like astronomically like, what? Hold on. Roll that back for me. What? Hold on. Wait a minute, hold on. Now, I am all down for, I believe I'm using the phrase correctly, for women being hypergamous. Date a man with some money. He should be able to provide, because if we're going back to, 40, 50, 60 years, the man was the one that went to go get the money, went to go get the bag. If we're going to give it a stack, he was the one that went to go get the bag. And the woman was the lady of the house was the one that, raised the kids or just maintained the household. Now, here's where I'm confused. Um, where does she think she's gonna meet most men that are like that? Because here's where I'm thinking logically. If you're in the 200, if you're in the six figures, period. If you're in the six figure salary mindset, period. Most men that are making that salary are near the top. Let's even say 10%. Y'all know I ain't no math whiz. Y'all can Google it for me and tell me later in the comments. But most men that have that kind of money are near the top, are near the very, very top. Where do you think you can meet those men on a daily basis? Can you meet them in a grocery store, or can you meet them at a friend's birthday party? Yeah, duh, you could probably even meet somebody like that at the club, because we see it all the time. But here's my point. Where do you think that money is going to go to? Do you think it's specifically going to go to you? And I say this because when women specifically say he has to have a certain dollar amount to even talk to me, to date me, I hate it. I hate it because it's a really, really bad double standard. But when it comes to especially black women, we all know what category that puts them in, and I hate it. And that's why I say I play devil's advocate. Yes, black women, you can obtain this, but you also have to be realistic about it. You don't meet men like that 24/7, 25/8. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, just think logically. Yes, definitely go for a man that has the money. You're a queen. You should be treated as such. But be realistic when you're putting, your standards, because some of these standards are astronomically high. I'm just saying. And I know people are going to say, well, Lafayette, you're being biased. You're a man. Yes, that is very, very true. That is very, very true. But I like to keep it very, very evil and evil, level and fair. Pardon me. Pardon me. But I like to keep it very level and fair. I want people to understand that, yes, you can get pretty much whatever you want, but be realistic. Be realistic. Don't have your standards too high. Because she said something in the video. She said $1,000 a day is easy. What? Must be nice, because last time I checked, most of average Americans are not walking around making six figures. If we were, this economy would be a hot mess, because everyone would be perfectly fine. But then again, you know what? Maybe if this economy were better, maybe everyone would be able to pay their bills. But that's a whole separate video for a whole nother day. But I did find it just a tad bit insulting, because dang, she said $1,000 a day is nothing. And she said out of her own mouth, I make more. And I'm like, oh, okay, sis. I ain't gonna knock no one down off their pedestal, because you know what? If you got it like that, you can demand that. But at the same time, um, not being rude, number one, if I'm making $1,000 a day, I'm not walking around in Air Jordans and basic biker shorts. I'm just saying, that's just a personal observation to me. Just a personal observation to me. But I'm not walking around looking like that. I'm going to walk around looking good. That's just my personal opinion. Just my personal opinion. But one other point actually, no, two other points. My other point was $1,000 was the bare minimum. She said that's the bare minimum. She needs things done. I need my lifestyle. Um, Not to be rude, sis, but um, if you're trying to find a man, if you're saying that, yeah, I need the lifestyle, not gonna lie, men at the top, if they hear that come out your mouth, what's the first thing they're gonna think? I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but they might think you a city girl. And I think the city girls, no shade to them, because I'm not gonna lie, I love their music. I be bumping to their music in my car, in the club. I be acting a fool to their music. But I think some people kind of took it too literally because um 9 times out of 10 we're not just going to randomly bump into somebody who's making 400, 500, $750,000 a year. That's just it can happen, but I mean it's not very likely. It's not very likely, y'all. And then my other point I wanted to make, did you see how his eyebrows raised when she when she told him, "Don't worry about how much I make. Don't worry about that. He doesn't need to worry about that." Did you see his eyebrow raise? I was crying. Oh my god. Oh my god. Before I recorded this voiceover, y'all, I was crying because I was like, dang. Some people, yo, hold on. Before we end the video, you guys, the comments were I was crying tears laughing. I was crying tears laughing. But the comments in the video, I looked at the comments and a lot of people were like, yo, she's delusional. And I'm like, she's not delusional, but maybe she might be just a little bit. I think that her standards might be just too high to the point where I was like, okay, that's kind of unattainable. Because if we think about it, it is extremely hard for black men to obtain that kind of yearly annual salary. Can it happen? Oh yeah, absolutely. We have black billionaires. We have black male billionaires. Do we have a lot? We don't have a ton, but we I'm seeing a lot of black millionaires and multimillionaires coming up, and we're gonna have a lot of black billionaires soon. I know we are. I know we are. It's gonna have to take a long time, but we gonna have it. But my final thought is this: do not make your dating standards too high and unobtainable to the point where nobody can really reach them. Because I know there's somebody for everybody, but at the same time, y'all, it's like, dang, you don't want to be single for the rest of your life. Because he asked her, you single? She said yes. I'm like, she might be single for a little tiny bit. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But you guys, that's my final thought. That's my final thought. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.